COVID-19 infection spread further in the state with Mokokchung registering the first case even as Nagaland reports 8 fresh cases today. Prime Minister announced extension of PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana till the end of November. 80 crore people to get free ration for 5 more months. And India's COVID-19 tally climbed to 5,66,840 today, while the death toll rose to 16,893. Active cases stand at 2,15,125, while 3,34,821 people have recovered. Well, hello and welcome to this news broadcast from News and Trends. We begin this bulletin by taking a look at the COVID-19 update from the state. Nagaland reported 8 fresh new COVID-19 cases this morning as the infection spread further in the state, with Mokokchung registering the first case. State Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pong informed in a tweet this morning that 8 new cases were detected, 6 from Kohima Army Hospital Quarantine Center and 1 each from Kohima and Mokokchung Quarantine Center. With this, the status of COVID-19 in Nagaland officially stood at 459 total cases, 291 active and 168 recovered. Meanwhile, according to a release issued by Deputy Commissioner Mokokchung Limawawang Jamir, the new case from one of the quarantine centers in Mokokchung was confirmed this morning by the Biosafety Lab BSL-3 laboratory in Kohima. The Deputy Commissioner Mokokchung informed that the positive case pertained to a person who reached Dimapur on June 20 by flight. The returnee went to Mokokchung the next day and tested positive on June 27 in a TrueNat test while under quarantine. The sample thereafter was sent to Kohima for second confirmation test on June 28. The confirmatory test report from the Kohima BSL-3 laboratory was received this morning. The patient is asymptomatic and currently receiving treatment at COVID-19 Care Center Mokokchung, the release informed. Meanwhile, Deputy Commissioner Mokokchung to an order has informed that in view of the confirmation of 1 positive case of COVID-19 and in the interest of public health and safety, the Mary Mead Hostel campus encompassing IBS Building 1, IBS Building 2 and IBS Building 3 is hereby declared as containment zone, as defined in the standard operating procedure issued by the Directorate of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Nagaland, with immediate effect. The Urban Primary Health Center UPHC Sekhazo has earned the tag of being the first fully quality certified public health facility in the Northeast by the National Quality Assurance Standards NQAS, according to the State Health Authority. State Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pang informed in a tweet saying that UPHC Sekhazo Nagaland has been independently assessed and found to be in compliance with National Quality Assurance Standards for public health facilities by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and is the first fully quality certified center in the Northeast. He further congratulated the National Health Mission Team Nagaland for the achievement. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced the extension of PM Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana till the end of November. The scheme, announced in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, provides free food grains to the people, and its extension will cost over rupees 90,000 crore. Addressing the nation this evening, Modi said 80 crore people will get free ration for 5 more months. Modi said if one looks at the death rate due to corona, India is still in a very stable situation in the fight against COVID-19 as compared to other countries. The Prime Minister added that timely decisions and measures like lockdown have saved many lives. Modi, however, said ever since Unlock 1 started, people have shown negligence, urging people to take all necessary precautions for fighting coronavirus. He said during lockdown, rules were strictly followed, but now governments, local administration and citizens again have to show similar caution. He stressed the need to have a special focus on containment zones. The Prime Minister asked everyone to follow health guidelines, saying be it head of village or Prime Minister, nobody is above rules. He also held farmers and honest taxpayers for the contribution in making the welfare scheme successful. Modi said the country is entering in Unlock 2 and the season of cough, fever and cold is also about to start, and in such a situation, the countrymen should take care of themselves. With 18,522 people testing positive for coronavirus in a single day, India's COVID-19 tally climbed to 5,66,840 today, while the death toll rose to 16,893, with 418 new fatalities according to the Union Health Ministry data. Recording nearly 4,000 cases in the last 24 hours, Tamil Nadu has surpassed Delhi to regain the second spot among the list of worst hit states by the pandemic, while Karnataka also recorded more than 1,100, overtaking Haryana and Andhra Pradesh. Maharashtra remained the highest contributor to the single-day rise, registering over 5,200 coronavirus infections. Delhi saw an increase of 2,084 cases. The number of active cases stands at 2,15,125, while 3,34,821 people have recovered and one patient has migrated according to the updated data at 8 a.m. Thus, around 59.07% of the patients have recovered so far, an official said. Maharashtra has reported the highest number of cases, followed by Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, West Bengal and Rajasthan, according to the ministry data. In the northeast, Assam has reported 7,752 cases of the pathogen. A total of 1,380 cases have been reported from Tripura. Manipur has 1,227 COVID-19 cases. Mizoram has 148, Arunachal Pradesh has 187, Meghalaya 47 and Sikkim has 88 cases till now. The centre has issued new guidelines for Unlock 2 to open up more activities in areas outside the containment zones. The new guidelines will come into effect from tomorrow and the process of phased reopening of activities have been extended further. It said the lockdown will continue to be implemented strictly in the containment zones till 31st of July this year. The Home Ministry has said that the new guidelines are based on feedback received from states and union territories and extensive consultations held with related central ministries and departments. Under the new guidelines of Unlock 2, metro rail service, operation of cinema halls, gymnasiums, swimming pools, entertainment parks, theatres, bars, auditoriums, assembly halls and similar places will not be allowed. Similarly, social, political, sports, entertainment, academic, cultural and religious functions and other large congregations will not be permitted. The ministry said dates for opening of these will be decided separately based on the assessment of the situation. It said all activities except these will be permitted outside containment zones. The ministry said after extensive consultations with states and union territories, it has been decided that schools, colleges and coaching institutions will remain closed till 31st of July. It said that domestic flights and passenger trains have already been allowed in a limited manner and their operations will be further expanded in a calibrated manner. It said shops, depending upon their area, can have more than 5 persons at a time. However, they have to maintain adequate physical distance. Training institutions of the central and state governments will be allowed to function with effect from 15th of July. SOP in this regard will be issued by the Department of Personnel and Training. The guidelines state containment zones are required to be carefully demarcated by the state governments with a view to contain the spread of COVID-19 after taking into consideration the guidelines issued by the Health Ministry. Within the containment zones, strict perimeter control shall be maintained and only essential activities allowed. The total number of global coronavirus has increased to 1,296,980, while the death toll has reached 5,0354 according to the Johns Hopkins University, with 25,88,582 confirmed cases and 1,26,133 deaths. The US currently accounts for the highest number of infections and fatalities in the world. Brazil comes in the second place with 13,68,195 infections and 58,314 deaths. They are followed by Russia, India and the United Kingdom. The other countries with over 10,000 deaths are the UK, Italy, France, Spain, Mexico and India. Principal Secretary Home Abhijit Sinha has informed that as of today, the total number of positive cases in the state stands at 459. Out of these, the total active cases are 291 and 168 patients have recovered. All the positive patients are receiving medical care at the designated COVID-19 hospitals. As per the severity of symptoms, all the 291 active cases are asymptomatic. He also informed that till date, a total of 12,161 samples have been tested. Results of 11,408 samples have been received. Out of the 12,161 samples, 7,883 samples have been received at the BSL-3 lab at the Naga Hospital Authority, Kohima, and a total of 7,790 samples have been tested, out of which 368 samples have tested positive. A total of 5,299 samples have also been tested by TruNat, out of which 89 samples have tested positive and sent for confirmation by RT-PCR. He also informed that a total of 5,114 persons are presently under facility quarantine. Around 16,500 returnees have arrived to the state so far till date, including around 500 of them from Kohima side. Out of these, around 1,000 are known locals. As of today, Dimapur has 54 active quarantine centers, 27 each of institutional quarantine centers and paid quarantine centers housing around 2,000 inmates. Out of these, 1,500 are in institutional quarantine centers, while 500 are in paid quarantine centers. This was informed by APC and in charge of Dimapur for COVID-19 activities, Y. Kikheto Sema, during a press conference at Commissioner's Guest House, Dimapur today. The APC also informed that 115 inmates at Ganesh Nagar were shifted to hotels in Dimapur today following detection of 19 positive cases, including 18 returnees from Kerala and 1 from Delhi.
Right. And if we happen to be in the isolation, then definitely it will give a very wrong signal to the other frontline workers. So the frontline workers, doctors, health workers, then the people who are involved day in, day out, and I believe those drivers and the police personnel, we decided that all of us, we will be in we will stay away from our family, but we will test at the end when the facility are available. So we were joking among ourselves that some of us, we had a high fever, some of us also, we were suspecting ourselves once we received the Chennai returnees. But now I am in touch with many frontline workers. We are of the view that once upon a time we were positive, but now we suspect ourselves that we are now negative altogether.
Deputy Commissioner Kohima Gregory Tejawale, who is also the Chairman Regional Transport Authority Kohima, has implemented the odd-even system for movement of private vehicles under the jurisdiction of Kohima Municipality except on Sundays. On Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, only vehicles with registration number ending with odd numbers, example 13579, shall be allowed to ply. On Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays, only vehicles with registration number ending with even numbers 24680 shall be allowed to ply. The prohibition and restriction of movement of vehicles will, however, not apply to the following categories: press and two-wheelers, vehicles with special permit for various exigencies, trucks carrying emergency medical equipments, essential commodities, LPG cylinders and oil tankers, interstate trucks carrying essential commodities bound for the state of Manipur. All vehicles restricted to ply by virtue of government notifications shall remain enforced, for example, inter-district zonal taxi, city bus, etc. Local taxis will be allowed to ply within Kohima municipality as per the color coding. He also informed that the violation of this restriction order will be liable to be penalized under Section 177 and 179 of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988. Commissioner and Secretary NLA Dr. P.J. Anthony has informed that the Governor of Nagaland, in exercise of the powers conferred by Clause 1 of Article 174 of the Constitution of India, has summoned the 6th session of the 13th Nagaland Legislative Assembly to meet at 9:30 am on Thursday, the 30th July 2020 in the Assembly Hall, Kohima. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority NSDMA Home Department, in coordination with the Regional Meteorological Center, Guwahati, has issued weather updates for the coming days. Nagaland will experience heavy rains and strong winds with the possibility of flash floods, as well as landslides from 1st to 12th of July 2020. Second half of this period is expected to get more intense than the former. During this period, thunder showers and lightning accompanied with heavy rains is expected in the districts of Mon, Mokokchung, Longland, Twensang, Perenthek, Kifri and Zenaboto districts. State capital Kohima is likely to have a moderate to heavy rains from 7th to 10th July 2020. Through this press release, NSDMA Home Department has urged the public to be vigilant and not to shelter under large trees and near the river banks to prevent unnecessary risk to life from lightning and flash flood. That's all we have time for in this edition of News Broadcast, but before we leave you, here's another reminder that you can send in your videos at the WhatsApp number flashed below and be part of the venture of being a citizen journalist. Do let us know what's happening in your village, your town, your district or your locality so that we can share your videos to the rest of the viewers watching this broadcast. Meanwhile, stay safe, practice safe health hygiene and maintain social distancing wherever you are. But most importantly, take good care of yourself. Thanks for watching.